What is good, Pokemaniacs? I got a good OU battle for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this battle. It's one I have saved up. He looks like he's got a pretty good team. Main threat looks like it's gonna be Darmanitan and Swampert, but um I lead off with my Scizor. I thought he was gonna lead off with a Tyranitar to bring his weather already, but it doesn't happen. He brings Darmanitan. I know most Darmanitans are either Choice Banded or Choice Scarfed, and I thought he was Choice Scarfed, and most likely he is. So I went into my Heat Ram predicting the Flare Blitz, and I predicted right. So I know he's gonna withdraw, so I'm gonna go ahead and toxic whatever comes in next. Anything toxic is good, so I get to toxic his Rotom. So here I know I thought he was going for the Hydro Pump, so I go into my Vaporeon, but he catches on real quick and he predicted me to go into Vaporeon, so he went for the Thunderbolt. So that was a good prediction for him, and I'm down to very low HP. There's no way I'm gonna stay in because that's a 2-hit KO. So I'm gonna withdraw, predicting him to go because I know he's going to go for another Thunderbolt, seeing that kind of damage. So I'm gonna withdraw and go into my Latios, and here he goes for the Thunderbolt, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? What kind of seeing that kind of damage? But it was a crit. He got a crit. So I'm like, damn, oh well. He withdraws, fearing either the Draco Meteor, I guess fearing the Draco Meteor, and thought I was going for it. But I went for the Energy Ball because I have Energy Ball on my Latios. And he brings in Swampert, which is 4 times effective against Swampert. So bye bye Swampert. That's one less Pokemon I gotta deal with. He probably had Ice Punch, but that didn't help him at all. So he predicted wrong and cost him his Pokemon. Here he goes into Metagross. I don't want him to know I'm Expert Belt yet, and I know pretty sure that HP Fire will not kill. It will not be a one-hit KO. So I go into my Vaporeon predicting the Ice Punch. Sorry, excuse me. And I predicted right. He went for the Ice Punch. I know I could survive anything he throws except this. He goes for Explosion. I'm like, oh man, I did not see that coming. So basically, I was gonna keep my Vaporeon for his Darmanitan, but change of plans. My Vaporeon has been turned into ashes. So down goes my Pokemon, down goes his Pokemon. He goes into Darmanitan, and again I went into Scizor. I'm like, oh, so I have to switch out. This turn he predicts me going in the Heat Ram. He does another great prediction on his side and goes for the Earthquake. I wish I had a balloon on this Heat Ram, but I don't. So that 4-time effective against Heat Ram, so you know that's a one-hit KO. Plus it's Darmanitan, he's a beast. Darmanitan's got massive physical power. So I'm like, oh well. Now he's locked in an Earthquake, so I know I can send in my Dragonite safely and go for my first Dragon Dance. I know he's gonna withdraw, and he goes into his Tyranitar. I'm like, Tyranitar? I thought he was just gonna set up his Stealth Rock, so I was like, I ain't got nothing to fear from this Tyranitar. I could take it out after at least a Dragon Dance and get some massive damage on it. But here he catches me off guard. I was thinking that he was just a Stealth Rock setupper, but I go for the Dragon Claw because, you know, I'm thinking he ain't gonna do nothing to me. But I popped his balloon, so that didn't really matter. He goes for the Ice Punch. I'm like, what? I did not see that coming once again. Ice punch on Tyranitar? Dagnabbit. Oh well. So I'm down. I know I can't take another ice punch, so I'm just gonna leave Dragonite in after Death Fodder and just get as much damage as I can. So I go for another Dragon Claw. And here I don't know if he misclicked or he thought that after one Dragon Dance he could outspeed my Dragonite. But either way, that's good for me and bad for him, cause now with I can go for another Dragon Claw and take him out, because I'm pretty sure even with one DD I'm still faster than him. So I go for my Dragon Claw and I kill this Tyranitar. So I don't know if it was a misclick or he just got cocky, but either way, that's good for me. Here I know more than likely he's going to go into Lucario, and I know that extreme speed is coming, and he goes for the extreme speed, and I'm like, man, it shouldn't kill. So, and it didn't kill, so I go for the fire punch, and that should be a one-hit KO, which it is, but he has focus stash. I'm like, ah, dang. I'm like, that could have been another Pokemon down, but oh well. He's holding on to his dear life, Lucario. Here I seen in Scizor, because he still got their Manatan, and Scizor is useless to me now, basically. So I'm gonna leave him to get hit with extreme speed and go for the U-turn. So whatever he brings in next, I can try to counter with whatever I bring in with my Porygon. I was hoping he was gonna go into Darmanitan so I can Thunder Wave it, cause I think I'm sure it's a Choice Scarf. So, but he doesn't. He goes into Rotom. Watch. I'm like, I don't want my Porygon 2 to take any damage just yet. So I'm gonna withdraw and send in Scizor. And here he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. He made a if he predicted me to go into Scizor again, that was a great prediction on his part. But here I went for the Bug Bite, but I misclicked, or I don't know what happened, but I pressed Bullet Punch. I'm like, dang, Bullet Punch ain't gonna do nothing to that Rotom. As he goes for the Thunderbolt, I'm locked in the Bullet Punch. I don't want nothing else to take damage from a Thunderbolt, so I'm forced to leave Scizor in, so he can just kill it and get rid of it, because I don't want nothing else to take damage, because my other two Pokemons are gonna take Darmanitan out. That was my plan, or that is my plan. So I'm stuck in the Bullet Punch, which ain't gonna do nothing to that Rotom. Another Thunderbolt is gonna take me out, obviously. I'm like, okay, well, that was expected. That was just a waste. I could have taken out that Rotom with probably 2 Bug Bites, but you know, it happens. Misclicks happen sometimes. The game ain't perfect, and we're not perfect, so whatever. I go into my Porygon 2 to go ahead and just star him for Toxic Star him, but he's got Pain Split, which I don't know why I did not figure that he had Pain Split to begin with, seeing that he was more of a defensive Rotom. That was a dumb play by me, but anyways, I'm just gonna stay here and recover stall him. So every time that he goes for either Thunder, Pain Split, I'm just gonna use Recover, cause I need this Porygon for that Darmanitan. He goes for Hydro Pump. Does pretty decent damage, but you know, Porygon is a monster, a defense monster, so I'm just gonna recover that damage off as Toxic and the Sandstorm damage racking up on him. And this turn he goes and is gonna use Pain Split again, which is annoying, but That's what he does. So he goes for the plane split. Like I just said, I'm a little bit ahead of myself, but you know, I just want to get this over with. And I go for the recover. Here I'm like, after this turn, I'm like, I got to do something. If he keeps pace planting, and just I can't. If I don't attack him, I'm just not. It's not gonna work out for me. Cause he's just pain splinting and I'm just recovering, and it's not gonna work out. So here I went for the attack. I finally went for the attack as he switches out. I'm like, dang. I should have went for the thunderbolt, but I didn't. So I used ice beam, which is not obviously not gonna do nothing to their Manitan. Even though their Manitan doesn't have good defense, it's not a effective move. It's not gonna hurt it a bit. So here comes the Manitan, which he looks like Donkey Kong, and he goes for the Fair Blitz. I'm like, I hope I can survive one, cause my plan is to Thunder Wave him, and if he takes me out, I can just bring in Latios and surf it, cause I got surf, and then take out his Rotom with Energy Ball. That's my plan. So I'll use Thunder Wave, paralyze him, and Sandstorm damage is backing up on him and me. So I'm gonna go for the recover to take at least one more Flare Blitz. So here I recover, which is gonna bring me up to at least or a little bit over half, and he goes for another Flare Blitz. And I know I can survive this unless he gets a critical, which he doesn't. And the recoil and the Sandstorm is doing some damage on him and me. So here we're both I'm just stalling. I'm just recovering and trying to get him to that low health as possible. Here I know I'm not gonna survive another Flare Blitz, but Porygon 2 has done his job. He's paralyzed the Manitan, and Rotom has been weakened severely. So yeah, Porygon faints, and so does their Manitan. With the recoil from the Flare Blitz and the Sandstorm, their Manitan faints too. So I'm like, well, I got this down. I'm like, Rotom, you're just a piece of garbage. You about to go down. I know Latios has got this, so I go for the Energy Ball. I was gonna go for the Draco Meteor to demolish him, but I was like, nah, I could miss the Draco Meteor. Knowing my luck, I probably would, so I went for the safe Energy Ball, and that's good game.